resiliency topics. The first one being with Dr. Carol DeWick's research on effective praise. And the second one we'll be exploring is Dr. Shelley Gable's work on active constructive responding to help us better understand a connection. Our objectives today is to use effective praise to build mastery of this skill and to develop winning streaks. You'll see in this class how we respond to others has a huge impact on how we can either undermine or build strong relationships. In my role as my full-time duties, I work at Central Lakes College in the advising and admissions role. We have an opportunity to work with students on a daily basis. My hat might be admissions 1 minute and counseling on the second. It's a very rewarding career, as you can well imagine, working with students and just helping them get from point A to point B in their life, and to know that you had some impact on their journey along the way. This morning you'll be reading a story about Josh, who recently graduated from college, who went on to his first work assignment. And, as you can well imagine, they come out of it with a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree. They either go into work, maybe they transfer on to a 4-year school. You got to put yourselves in their shoes and how much hopes and dreams and aspirations that they have moving forward with their life and taking on that first assignment. So today you have a story before you. It's an internal communication part of Josh's first assignment, taking a job at a call center out in Denver. So if you don't have that, please take a moment to read that story over, if you would. Probably take about 3.5 minutes. Review that on your own, and we'll come back and discuss it just a little bit. Hands up, I'm still reading. All right. Some critical questions I'd like you to ask. What strategy or process or behavior led to a good outcome in Josh's story? Second question, what did he do to build motivation, optimism, and winning streaks in the organization or team that he was a part of? Last, an output in his role as in the chain of command. How would you recognize or praise his contribution to the team? Turn to your neighbors, work in groups of 2 or 3, come up with answers to those questions.
Basically, it was yeah, there's like a rally. The guy gave up his Josh was he was a client of his, and it was like basically what he did is he offered don't fit in to get rid of fans, let's just be part of that whole group, but he can get some rallies like fitness program. They said that Denver you just did bits. Oh, you're right.
As chain of command, effectively praise and recognize.
This meeting was
He also says right here, since
Already got it. Oh, you got
prior to his chain of command, he didn't just squash it right there. That's for everybody to aspire to Josh could use this as a tax.
How many are done with all those questions? Couple more minutes?
Yeah. That's the first thing I would do. Yeah. So yeah, when I this recognition is knowledge from everybody else. Right on. Good here.
All right, let's tackle the first question. What was the strategy, process, or behavior that led to a good outcome in Josh's story? Paid it forward. Okay. Very good. What else? What else? What other observations did you see?
Selflessness behavior.
Selflessness. Okay. Anybody else?
Allocate available resources.
Allocated available resources. Good.
Not outside
Basically,
the
thought
box.
outside the box.
You thought outside the box. Yeah. Ooh. Good stuff. Took initiative. He was obviously really listening to the person who was calling in with the concerns and proposed a solution that would result in a good outcome, he thought. And how effective was that used for the team? So what did he do to build motivation, optimism in the winning streaks in the workplace as a result of his effort, knowingly or unknowingly? Any ideas?
He showed that management is willing to listen.
Okay.
as a first employee, that's always a good feeling, you know, to listen to you.
Right, especially a newer employee.
It's an investment to the organization and to the tenured associates as well.
Right, I would agree. What else? Any other observations?
Positive attitude towards organizations.
Now you're in his chain of command. What you saw was an internal communications put out by his supervisor to the group that he works with. As part of the chain of command, would you have done anything different to recognize or to promote that kind of initiative, that leadership? His initiative, what else would you have done? Or was that enough?
The one point that I would have emphasized as a manager and someone, when the people work for me, actually show this initiative and this idea, was just the aspect that the person reached out to help this individual without knowing all the circumstances. So when he sent her the Fitbit, she didn't know that she wasn't at breast cancer. And so sometimes we just, to be able to act on something, whether it's intuition or just limited understanding, to know that, you know, most times we don't know the whole story about people and all their circumstances. And if we did, we might be able to understand. So the fact that he just does it.
Great perspective. Anything else? Anything else that you might have seen?
I think it's, as a strategy, you look at what First Sergeant Greenberg was doing here, the PT test, those are the highest PT tests, you took them all for something.
Right.
And you can start something like that, or acknowledgement, a plaque on the wall, or whatever. And their name from employee to quarter, or something like that.
Good point. In this outcome, what did take place, just so you know, was a real story. His boss, the CEO of the corporation, sent out an email to him, said, "Awesome, simply awesome." And he used this story out at a conference out at DC of how this organization and what they're doing is different and unique. And so I thought that was kind of good. He was invited into a employee dinner and presented a certificate for the job well done. So just want to give you some feedback of what actually took place, and I appreciated your input on that as well. I happen to know Josh quite well, my son. And I said he must have known I had a class coming up that I really needed some material for, and I said thank you. So, all right. So, key points, key takeaways that you might want to record down in some notes area. Effective praise names a specific strategy, effort, or skill that led to a good outcome. I'm going to repeat that. Effective praise names a specific strategy, effort, or skill that led to a good outcome. It just takes another sentence. Naming the strategy does three things. Write these down. It demonstrates you're really watching. Demonstrate you're really watching. Number two, it demonstrates authenticity. And number three, it enables winning streaks. Naming the strategy does those three things. The last one was enabling winning streaks. Effective praise teaches the person how they brought about a positive outcome so they can replicate it. That's our goal. You want that behavior to continue. You want that initiative to continue. A few years ago, a global insurance company surveyed thousands of employees through an employee satisfaction questionnaire in an effort to improve what senior executives felt was a morale problem. One of the survey questions provided some important insight. The question was asked was this: What can your manager do to make this a better place to work? 89% of the employees answered, recognize me for a job well done. One of the most basic findings in psychology is that rewarding specific behavior increases the likelihood of that behavior to be repeated. So, ladies and gentlemen, praise serves as an important reward and motivation for better performance. Another study, Dr. Gerald Graham, a professor of management at Wichita State University, surveyed 1,500 employees from a wide variety of industries and organizations and reported the following responses. 58%, if ever, received praise from their manager. 76 seldom, if ever, received written thanks from their manager. 78% seldom, if ever, got a promotion based on performance. 81% seldom, if ever, received public praise. 92% seldom, if ever, participated in a meeting designed to build morale. So many would agree that praise is lacking. That begs the question, why don't leaders praise more? I throw that out to you. Why don't leaders praise more?
It's easier.
It's easier to be negative. Okay?
Sometimes they're afraid of leaving somebody out,
Okay.
but then somebody else is going to say, well, what about me?
Good point.
Diminished returns.
Diminished returns.
Try to distinguish who's doing above and beyond what a normal job would be, and deciphering that what you actually see.
Things get tunnel vision, the problem children, we're actually looking for those who we want.
Great point. Right. And maybe there's some other type of awards, Sergeant Major's coin or Commander's coin or whatever that would be. But I would agree with you. It takes time to write that award out to recognize the soldier and get it through the process. I got it. From the SON side of the house, we get it. I think despite good intentions, managers feel that they have so much to accomplish that praise falls to the bottom of their to-do list. In many businesses, the culture of praise is set at the top. Many managers report they never receive praise from their senior leaders. Finally, leaders have not developed the habit of letting people know how much they are appreciated. So what can we do to change this mindset? So here are 5 simple things we can all do to achieve the standard of effectiveness and offering genuine and appropriate praise. Who's got number 1 on those sheets? Please, read it. Go ahead.
Be genuinely appreciative. Every person on your team is doing part of their job. Well, it's easier to recognize true home runs and performance. Don't forget those who hit singles solidly and consistently every day. Don't take the little things people do for granted. Recognize and appreciate those.
All right. Number 2. Who's got 2? Go ahead.
Deliver praise from your heart. Your appreciation of the efforts must be evident in your facial expression, your tone of voice, and how you phrase your praise. Express your feelings with intent and purpose. Let them know that the job they perform well is important to you, the team, the department, and the organization.
All right. Number 3. Go ahead.
Don't wait until the quarterly or annual performance review to mention something that somebody knows about. By continually observing performance, you can offer timely discussions of acknowledgement and appreciation. Genuine praise helps people feel good about themselves and creates a stronger commitment to everything.
Don't wait till the annual performance review to share the good news. All right. Number 4.
Make praise specific. How many times have you heard someone say, "Nice work, champ"? Now, how motivating is that? Not describing the exact behavior scale along with your expression of appreciation is disingenuous. better, more motivating approach is describing specific example of what you have done and what that means to you. Specific praise ensures coworkers, family members, and or soldiers that you are truly paying attention to what they are doing and how they are doing it.
Thank you. Number 5.
Number 5, praise people publicly. Acknowledging people in public accomplishes 2 important things. First, employees feel even better as they are recognized in front of their peers. And second, providing public praise to an individual that is specific is a great way for reminding other employees what you want from them.
So use these 5 praise reminders in your leadership practice. Praise is an effective tool, as we know, which is if done right, increases employee performance and engagement, and also promotes a positive work atmosphere. It only takes a few seconds, but to deliver it well, it's a consistent, genuine, and appropriate praise can be immediate and long-term for that. So, what I'd like to do now is move into the next phase of this. There is on this, look for the practical exercise 2, responding. Work with groups of 2, read the directions, take the next 5 minutes, and switch back and forth. Go ahead and take the time now and do that.
Positive experience. That's what you do.
Yeah, you did that today, you didn't do that yesterday. You just got up and left. So I had to go to
The main thing.
Still over there. I said, well, next year.
But still,
I don't even use my back. That's your opinion.
That was
Okay, this is one of those. And then I don't have a picture, so I have to unplug from the network. And then VPN doesn't work. Sure. Just look at it real quick.
One more minute.
So they are. Joint
All right. Let's regroup. So, what are we really doing with that exercise? What are we really doing with that exercise?
You're listening. Actively listening.
What's that?
You're actively listening.
We're actively listening,
Pay attention.
paying attention. You're present in that moment. What else are we doing? Sharing something personal. What's that? Sharing something personal. Personable. Personal, sorry. Go ahead. Next. Anybody else? Yes. Right. I like what you said. We're helping them relive that experience that they're sharing with you, right? We had a topic of this not so long ago as we started this master resiliency training. What was it? Anybody recall? How about hunting? Like hunting? Pretty good. Hunting the good stuff. Isn't that what we're doing? When we're talking with one another, sharing the good things, hunting the good stuff. Should we do that with our kids? It's a fun exercise to do. Hunt the good stuff. Dad, you know what school was like for me today? Really, I just want to know, what were 3 good things that happened at school today?
He looks
Right?
trustworthy. He looks trustworthy.
Hunting the good stuff. Was there anything uncomfortable about this exercise? Was there anything uncomfortable about this?
I didn't. Mr. Dr.
It's hard to talk about yourself. We're from Minnesota. We really have to dive deep to get something out of this. Stoic people, right? Sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? Sometimes it's not natural for us to ask those kind of questions. But take the moment to go deeper and to help that person relive and enjoy sharing that joy. All right? All right. So today's second topic, folks, is how we respond to other people's good news, how that affects their happiness. We're going to be looking at a research study by Dr. Shelley Gable. She has her PhD in social psychology, who focuses her research on motivation, positive emotions, and close relationships. So whether you're a manager who gets very busy at work, doesn't have time for a team, or you're the guy who is enjoying watching a football game and it seems like his girlfriend wants to ask you a lot of questions while that game is going on. Either way, it's very important how we respond to our loved ones.